welcome back to my channel. I'm currently filling up my Stanley with water because I'm getting ready to go to work. It is actually Friday. It is Friday, March 24th. And I know in my last video I said I would start filming a come to work with you on Monday. I didn't. So, here we are. A little later than expected, but we're here nonetheless. So, a win is a win. I'm actually kind of glad I didn't start filming because Monday I was in the ICU and I wouldn't have been able to film anything anyway because of how, close everybody is in there. And then Tuesday, I was in the ER, but we were on divert, so there was nothing to show. It was very slow that night. We only had like a couple traumas. We had one ventilator patient who ended up getting intubated there. She had a stroke. So that was really the only interesting thing going on Tuesday. But hopefully tonight I can at least show you something. Hopefully I'm either like on the floor or in the ER and we're not on divert, but I don't know. Oh, and these ritual vitamins, if you have been subscribed to me for a long time, you know that I started them a couple years ago and I still take them and they are amazing. I don't like the fact that they have like flavor because it never goes with what I'm drinking and it just ends up tasting nasty. So I don't like that. I wish they had like a flavorless option. But anyway, I'm getting ready. I actually have on Matt's jacket. It's like huge on me, and the only reason I have it on is so that I don't have to censor out my my uniform. So yeah, I don't know why I had to say that, but I did. But anyway, I'm gonna stop jib-jabbing and get on the road to work. Why is it that every time the weather is bad and it's been, kind of raining lightly on and off all day, the second I go to head out the door, the second I go to leave, it gets really heavy and it doesn't let up for like forever. Like, why? So it is the next day, like the next evening, like it's 6:11 p.m. I didn't film anything else last night because it was busy, like busy, and I just didn't have time. So part of the business, we got two separate mass shooting victims, like not two victims, but like two groups. So like 7 victims in the first, and then I think like 6 in the next, I think. But yeah, it was wild. Like 2 separate mass shooting occasions. So that was really sad. Thankfully the people, one person passed away, unfortunately. One person had to be intubated, and then the rest of them, just got shot in, places that weren't really lethal. I know a couple people had like internal bleeding, had to go to the OR. But there was only one casualty, thankfully. I don't know how anybody else is doing, but I wasn't in the ER last night. I actually just had floors. So I was thinking, oh, well, tonight's gonna be a good night to get some footage. No, absolutely not. Got no such thing, no such luck, nothing. So we're gonna try again tonight. Hopefully I'm able to get some good footage for you guys because you all deserve it. You're lovely. And I also just want to say that the love that I got for my emotional breakdown that I posted is phenomenal. You guys are amazing, and I don't know what I would do without you. So I love every single one of you, and thank you for your support. Okay, so I'm done with first rounds. I have 2 floors, and they're honestly not terrible, but I'm probably going to get more after our 3 to 11 person leaves. So yeah, I'm just charting right now. I don't have any patients as of right now, so everything is going well so far. So yeah, I don't really know what to say because there's not much to say. But yeah, I'm sorry, this is a terrible update, but I mean, there's not much going on. There's not much I can say. I'm waiting on food to get here. I door dashed some Cane's chicken. So yeah, nothing major going on right now. The ER is pretty chill at the moment. I don't know really how, I think the units are pretty busy, but for the most part, everybody's okay. Okay, so it is a little bit later. I'm in the middle of second rounds, and I have 2 trach patients that I need to change their aerosol setup. So I'm just here getting the stuff to do that. Hospital is like super freaking creepy. Like, I almost feel like the morgue should be like right in this area, but it's not. It's in somewhere completely different. It's just creepy vibes all over the place in this area. Like, I hate it. Go 8th floor. So we have a CPR dummy here. Look at how cool. Where we can get our BLS recertified. Yeah, that had no relevance to anything. I just got it one day and I thought it was cool. so it's the next morning. I just got gas. Now I'm gonna go in the gas station and see if I can find myself some breakfast because I'm hungry. No luck, unfortunately. They didn't have any of their grill items, which sucks because I love their like their bacon and egg and cheese, like the tornadoes or whatever they're called. So I'm just going to go to Mickey D's and get breakfast from there. It's Sunday, so Matt's off, so I'm gonna call him and see if he wants breakfast too. Okay, so it's actually been like a couple of days. Today is Monday. It is 6:54. Got started a little early because we didn't have much of a huddle this morning. I'm in the ER tonight. I'm currently in a bathroom. I didn't film yesterday because there just wasn't anything going on. I was on the same floors again and it was just dead. So I'm in the ER tonight. I'm really excited. It's been really busy. As you might remember, I mentioned that there were a couple of mass shootings the other night, and there were some more shootings yesterday, and then it's been busy today. So hopefully I don't get my butt handed to me, but I am stalking and making sure everything is good just in case that does happen. So tonight's been pretty busy so far. Had one guy come in who was a motorcycle accident, who had a chest tube put in because he had a pneumo. And then a kid come in, he fell off the back of a moving car. We intubated him. He was 13, so that was my first pediatric intubation. And that went well, and my supervisor helped because he is the bomb. Given a few breathing treatments, and now we're waiting on another ventilated patient who is a transfer from another hospital. So tonight's been pretty busy so far. I am starving and I would like nothing more than to just eat. But I don't know when this person's gonna be here, so I can't. It's currently 10:09 p.m. So I have a long night ahead of me. But I'm enjoying it. I love being in the ER. Like, I love it. Okay, so it is the next morning. I'm on my way home. I got my ass handed to me last night. Let me tell you, last night was so busy. Okay, so we had 4 traumas before like 11 p.m. We intubated a kid, which I think I already told you about that. We had another guy came in who was bleeding profusely out of his nose and his mouth. He was already intubated on arrival. So we got him situated and sent up to the ICU. There was another guy that came in who needed to be put on BiPAP, and then another guy came in that needed to be put on BiPAP. Both of them missed dialysis. So if you have a loved one that goes to dialysis, make sure they go, because they will be screwed if they do not go. We had, I don't even know what all we had, but thanks to me, alone, the supply room is now like almost out of ventilators. So whether they're used for non-invasive or for vent intubation purposes, they're now out of ventilators. So, but yeah, I didn't even get the chance to eat dinner or lunch or whatever until 3 o'clock in the morning. I didn't get a chance to drink any water until like 2 o'clock in the morning. So I am dehydrated, I am tired, I am sweating, and I am stinky, and I need to rinse off, and I need to go to bed. Like, I am just so tired, and I wish I could have filmed more, especially the bloody mess that was the aftermath of that one guy who came in bleeding. Like, I wanted to film like just all the blood after he was all out of the room and everything, because there was so much blood, but I didn't get a chance to because we were just busy. Oh my god. But when I tell you, I loved every freaking minute of it. I love it so much in the ER. I love it so much. I get along with all of the nurses. All the doctors are cool. Sometimes the patients suck, but you can be tough in the ER and not even feel bad about it, because sometimes people need to be, stern with. Like, there's one of the guys that I set up on BiPAP last night. He had such an attitude, like the worst attitude. He almost hit the doctor just because the doctor kept asking him questions. Like, because we were concerned that he was so fluid overloaded, we were concerned that he was going to die. And she was just asking him questions about if, we needed to put a tube down your throat, is that something that you want? Or if, your heart stops, do you want chest compressions? Or if, and then I think he answered those two questions. And then she asked if there was any family she could contact in case he doesn't make it. And he got so mad that she was asking questions, he like raised his hand at her. And then the other RT that was in there, because he brought me like a mask that I needed for the non-invasive. The guy raised his hand at the doctor, and the other RT, he grabbed it. He was like, hey, you need to answer her questions. And then the nurse was like, answer her questions and we can get you upstairs. And he just kept saying, my leg hurts. And she's like, you can't have pain medicine. Your blood pressure is too low. Like, you have to be stern with some of these people. You cannot be a pushover. And that is something that I really like, because the nurses in the ER are just badass nurses. And I have so much respect for them. Like, it's not even funny. But on the opposite end of that, there are the patients that you can be really nice to and they're really pleasant. Like the second guy that needed a BiPAP, he came in and he, couldn't breathe. He kept asking, I need the air, because he just could not breathe. Even on room air, he was sat 96. So he was fine as far as oxygen, but he needed the flow. He needed the pressure to be able to feel like he could breathe. And, after we got the BiPAP situated on him and he was on it for a little while, he was very pleasant. And it was easy to, he was very compliant. He was easy to talk to. And it was just, there were just, different sides of the spectrum, I guess. There are the patients that you need to be tough with, and you have to be tough with them in the ER. But then there are the patients that you can be really sweet to because they're just precious angel babies. And I love that mix, I guess. I don't know. I was so happy walking around sweating bullets last night. I love the ER so much. I feel at home in there. So I don't want anybody thinking, like, misunderstanding what I just described. Like, I don't enjoy being stern to patients. I don't enjoy being rude to patients for no reason. But the reason I like that you can be stern with the patients is because I worked retail most of my life, and we had to kiss customers' asses. No matter how rude they are, no matter what they say, you had to serve them and you had to be, kind to them, even when you just wanted to punch them in the throat. Being a healthcare worker, you don't have to take that. You don't have to deal with rude people. Even though you're caring for them, you do not have to put up with abuse in any way, shape, or form. So that's what I mean when I say I enjoy that, or I like that you can be stern with people. It's not because I like being disrespectful. I feel like you guys know me enough to where you know that I am not a disrespectful person. I am probably too nice for my own good, and I know I'm too nice for my own good. But I like that I don't have to put up with being disrespected. That's what I meant by that.